What is the complex plane? The complex plane is a coordinate system where the horizontal axis is called the real axis, and the vertical axis is known as the imaginary axis. Let's draw the center of the complex plane to investigate further. Start by drawing your old trusted friend, the number line, horizontally like this. All real numbers can be found along this axis, so you call it your real axis. Next, you draw the vertical axis. In the upwards positive direction, you write I, 2i, 3i, and so on. Similarly, you draw minus I, minus 2i, minus 3i, and so on in the downwards negative direction. All imaginary numbers can be found along this vertical axis. Therefore, you call this the imaginary axis. When drawing the complex plane, you can think of it as any other coordinate system, but you use it to visualize complex numbers. You can think of a complex number z as a vector or a point within the complex plane. The real part tells you where z lies along the real axis. Similarly, the imaginary part tells you where z lies along the imaginary axis. Let's look at an example with one real and one imaginary number. Place the numbers z equals 5 and w equals 3/2 times I. You start with z. Because z is a real number, it can be written as 5 plus 0i. So its real part is 5, and its imaginary part is 0. In the complex plane, it lies at the coordinates 5, 0, which is here. Notice that you write the real part as the first coordinate, and the imaginary part as the second coordinate of the point. Next, you look at w. Because w is a purely imaginary number, it can be written as 0 plus 3/2 I. So, its real part is 0, and its imaginary part is 3/2. In the complex plane, it is located at 0, 3/2, which is here. Let's look at one final example. Place the number z equals 3 plus 2i in the complex plane. Here, the real part of z equals 3, and the imaginary part of z equals 2. Therefore, the number can be visualized as a vector from the origin to the point 3, 2, like this. The complex plane is a coordinate system where the horizontal axis is called the real axis, and the vertical axis is called the imaginary axis.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe Infinity Math channel for more math videos.